Welcome into another episode of Fresh Shaves, first impression reviews of new albums. And today we have got The New Flesh by Sylosis, which came out Feb 20th this year. First of all, before we even get into the music, love the Videodrome reference. All hail The New Flesh. And if you don't get that reference, you need to go watch Videodrome. It's a sick movie. Now, getting into the album. It is also a pretty sick album. Starts off with a big hook of an opening riff. Straight away introduces this early on flavor of hardcore that's stirred into their sound, which I'd probably describe as sitting on this album, sitting somewhere between a hardcore band and Fear Factory in terms of their tone. You've still got a lot of that mellow death meets metalcore song structure with a lot more of the hardcore style riffs. But the tone is very much that kind of Fear Factory industrial metal meets mellow death. But as I said, it's got a lot of great hardcore sensibilities in it. There are songs on here, such as Mirror Mirror, where you could easily bust out some two-stepping, and boy howdy do I when I'm home alone. I'm actually shocked that Mirror Mirror wasn't a single for this album. It's such a strong track, and honestly better than some of the singles they did go with. I think their writing style on this album has a lot of give and take. What it gives is a lot of these big floor moments where you have a big hook breakdown, pit call, and you're like, yeah, this is tough as hell. But on the inverse, it's low on memorable segments after them. It reminds me a lot of the 2023 album, A Sign of Things to Come. Prophetic. In that listening to it was really enjoyable, but right now I can't remember a single part of any song on that album. I just remember enjoying listening to it when it came out, and that's how I feel about The New Flesh as well. At the end, it's not even like it fades, it's straight after the album ends, it doesn't exist in my memory anymore. It's like a dream. You wake up, and it's forgotten immediately, and you're like, oh, it was a good dream, it was a good album. No, I can't really tell you what I liked about it. It's gone, sorry. It's just good. Jumping back to those big floor moments, a lot of them are based on the lyrics as well. There is heaps and heaps of pit calls in this, and big gang vocal sections. And it's actually listening to it, it's interesting, because I'm like, what are the live staples of this going to be? It almost feels as though the entire album has been written for a live audience, which, if you're a band that's intent on touring, that's not a bad way. But there is some stuff in the songs as a result of that I don't like, particularly being told to bang my head in lyrics. I don't mind being told to bang my head at a live show, but in a raise, when it has, some pit call about banging your head, I'm like, dude, I'm at my job, alright? I'm Microsoft Excel in front of me. I'm not going to start banging my head right now. I'll look ridiculous. As I mentioned, there's a lot of pit calls in this as well, and boy howdy does that fatigue. There are really tough lines in there, like, remove your fucking skin on Mirror Mirror. I love Mirror Mirror. And it is such a tough line that is completely lost in the album because it seems to just be built around pit calls. And then shallow but tough riffs afterwards where you're like, yeah, you get your groove on, but as I've said, afterwards, you don't really stick with it. It's not a riff that you're humming to yourself all day long afterwards. There are elements outside of just the song structures that I liked, really heavy on the use of pinch harmonics, and I love a good amount of squealy in my riff. On the other side, there are elements I don't like. I was really lukewarm on the ballad. It just doesn't fit at all, and every time I listen to it, I actually feel worse about it. I get more disappointed that there is a ballad in this album. Ultimately, at the end of it, I feel that everything this does for me, someone else is already doing it better and recently enough to still be in my rotation of albums. I'm still getting mileage out of last year's Malevolence album, and that just does everything I like in The New Flesh, but better, even down to doing a ballad. From song to song, there's also just not a lot of innovation outside of that ballad, which I don't like, so the sound really fatigues me across the, 48 minutes. So at the end, I'm kind of waiting for it to be over. It's really a sign that this could have been trimmed down to a good EP, but as a full album release, it's just too long, of too much of the same thing, and nothing gets to shine. With the exception of a single song, All Glory, No Valor, and it's pretty cool for such an intense band to still be able to step up for a single track on the album and be like, yeah, we're full on, but this is even more full on. This is 110%. This one goes to 11. So again, a really strong track that I don't think was actually a single for the album. It really seems like they haven't put their best foot forward on this one. Like, the title track is good, and I believe that was the first single. All the singles are okay, but I don't think they were the strongest tracks on the album, that's for sure. Overall, I feel the quality of the album is good, and I think I'm being harsh but fair when I say I just can't get over how forgettable it is. It doesn't stick to me, and I feel worse and worse with each listen that something's still not sticking with me. I feel like I've probably ran it through 5 or 6 times now, and I can remember 2 or 3 things from the album as a whole. And that's just a bad sign. Any other album, I'd be very familiar with it by now, but this is just Teflon. So, all in all, look, it's not a bad Sylosis album. If you're a Sylosis fan, sure, worse things you could listen to. If you're looking for something like this, I'd probably go check out Malevolence's album from last year. It'll probably do all that you want, but better, unless you really like that kind of Fear Factory tone, but want it in a hardcore style. But that's my take. If you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. And other than that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more album reviews. And until next time, peace out.